Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you are very much welcome. I am Elom Gray. Today's video is a tutorial about my makeup routine for church. I hope you will enjoy this video. I prep my face off camera using Aveeno moisturizer. Now I'm using the Max Beauty Stay All Day primer to prime my face. Then I went ahead to distribute that evenly into my skin with a Nude Cosmetic foundation brush. This primer adds some glow, just like you see on my face. After all that blend, I'll go in with Maybelline Fit Me foundation in shade 360. This foundation is best for people with oily skin because it appears matte after application. However, you realize mine looks dewy, and that's because of the primer I use beneath the foundation. I hope that makes sense. I'm blending my foundation with the Nude Cosmetic foundation brush using short swipe tapping motion, just like you are seeing me do in the video. After achieving a flawless blend with the foundation, I'll be going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in two shades, Fawn and Toast. Fawn for the inner under eye and Toast on the edges. Then continue to the remaining part of my T-zone, that's my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my cupid bow, and then my chin. Using a small fluffy brush, I first blended the areas with less product, then to the edges of the under eye before the inner under eye, just to be able to control the spread of that light shade. Make sure to blend until the product absorbs into your skin without the indication of harsh lines. The reason for blending the two shades individually is because I prefer to have my inner under eye a bit brighter than the rest of my face. To avoid harsh lines, I went further to blend the edges of the concealed areas, so there will be no demarcation between that and my foundation. This is the ZKL powder palette, and I'm using the shade Soft Honey to set the concealed areas of my face using a fluffy powder brush. Always blend the concealed area to ensure there are no streaks before setting with powder to prevent your makeup from creasing. Pressing the powder over the concealer will prevent it from moving around in the process. This helps the makeup to stay all day, so it is always important to set your makeup. With the same powder brush, I picked a blend of Cafe and Cappuccino from the ZKL powder palette to contour my entire face, which helps to create a shadow around the face so that the center of my face can be prominent. After the contour, I used a powder brush to pick the shade Golden Bronze to set the remaining areas of my face. Then I dabbed the excess powder in the brush across my face and neck. With an eyeshadow blending brush, I picked the same shade I used to contour my face to contour my nose. Using the brush I used to blend my under eye, I picked the shade Soft Honey to highlight the bridge of my nose. And the same powder to set my brow area so that it can stay matte during the brow application process. To begin with your brows, you have to brush the hairs upward. Then go ahead and draw your outline starting from the lower brow line, like I'm doing. After that is done, draw the top outline and fill in with the same pencil. Then you brush with a spoolie, and the spoolie is the brush that is attached to the pencil. Sometimes it comes separately. If you don't have the spoolie, you can use an old toothbrush or a tiny comb. With the help of a flat angled brush, I am concealing the bottom part of my brow using LA Girl Concealer in the shade Fawn. When doing this, don't worry about mistakes because mistakes are inevitable. You can always go back with your pencil to correct any mistake you do. It's time to do the top part of the brow, and I'm using the shade Toast to clean the top part of the brow While you are doing this, you have to be extra careful. But if you make any mistake, remember you can always correct it using your pencil. So that shouldn't be a big deal. Remember, it's okay not to blend the concealer around your lower brow until you are done concealing the top part of your brow. This is because it allows you time to get the concealer to get tacky. Now, you need the concealer to get tacky so your skin doesn't absorb all the concealer when you blend. That way, your eyebrow will be looking a bit more highlighted. At this point, I could tell my brows were not looking the same. So I had to correct my left brow so that they look like sisters. It's time to blend the concealer, and I'm using the brush I used to blend my under eye. Do you remember that brush? Yes, that's the same thing I'm using to blend the lower part of my brow. Then I went in with the brush I used in contouring my nose to blend the upper part of my brow. Remember to set your concealed areas, and I'm doing mine using the powder brush. I took some powder and I'm using it to set the upper part of my brow. Then I'm going in with soft honey to set the lower part of my brow. Because I didn't want a lot going on my eyelids, I went with a dark shades in the Ezekiel palette to add some depth to the eyelid. Then went with a 4-colored eyeshadow palette for a little shimmer on my lids. After applying all the products, my eyelashes were definitely discolored, so I had to use Maybelline Great Lash to restore the natural color of the lash. time for the lips, and as usual, I always have to line my lips with a pencil. I'm using a regular brown pencil that can be used for the brows as well to just line my lips. It's advisable to get a lip brush to blend the pencil, but if you don't have that, you can just smudge your lips like I did and you'll be good to go. I realized this lipstick looks similar to my natural lip color, so I just used it. Unfortunately, I don't remember the brand of lipstick this was. I'm using the angled brush to just clean around the lips so that it looks a bit more defined. Then I set it with a powder because remember, you always have to set your concealed area. So anytime you use a concealer, remember to set it. Using a Muse blush, I'm adding some warmth to my face, so whatever excess that was left in the brush, I just blended it into my contour around my face. To complete my brow look, I'm going in with the Girl Boss Beauty Brow Gel to keep my brow hairs in place. Finally, I sprayed my entire face with LA Girl setting spray to dissolve all the powder that I had applied onto my face and to keep my makeup lasting all day. I hope you learned a lot from this video. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my channel, like and comment on this video, and hit the bell to get notified anytime I upload a new video. See you another time. Thanks for watching.